Hi, I'm Courtney Harry, and I'm here today with the founder of Optimal Wellness, Rashmi Shram. We're so excited about the program Ready to Thrive that is getting ready to launch. We've done a few webinars, but we're still getting a lot of questions. So we wanted to do a little FAQ. So Rashmi, I'm just going to give you a few things that I've heard, pop some questions your way, and we'll go from there. Sound good?
That sounds perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so first of all, just tell us a little bit about the program, who it's for especially, and maybe what those kind of folks will get out of that. What should they look forward to?
Yeah, exactly. So we are going to be working together in a small group. It's called Ready to Thrive, and it's going to take place over, actually, it turns out logistically about 8 weeks because we get a couple of holidays in there. And so it's going to be 6 sessions for sure. And there's obviously more than that. And so really we're looking for that woman who is just really busy, who has a lot on her plate, who has, at least over the last few years, tried a few things to get from a place of feeling overwhelmed and anxious to feeling more peaceful, but hasn't had the kind of luck that she would like, and is really looking to up level that level of personal freedom. And that's really what I am looking to give the clients and the members that are going to be in this program here. And we're going to do that in several different ways. So we're going to do that with teaching. So there's going to be some didactic, but very little of it, by the way. So this isn't going to be like a course where you're just watching it. It's going to be me. And it's also going to be practical tools that I'm going to give you. And there are going to be exercises that we do in each and every session. It won't be, which is why you're going to need to bring your paper and your pen and all that. And then there's going to be, a period of laser coaching associated with that as well. And so you're going to get coaching, you're going to get teaching, and you're going to get, because the reason I wanted to do this group, the number one reason, is because of the support of the community, because we are a herd, we are herd animals, and we learn from each other. And I have had the experience of, coaching in a group. I've had the experience of coaching one-on-one. I've had the experience of becoming, of one-on-one, as a physician for 21 years. And so I took all of this wisdom and I distilled it really into what I know would be the most meaningful for this woman who is really looking to make this big change in her life. And I left out all the fluff. Like, you're not going to get any fluff in here. And one way to kind of think of this too is to think of almost like a quantum leap, right? So this isn't you listening to podcasts for 6 weeks. This isn't you reading 3 books in a book club. Those are all good, by the way. And I do those things, so I'm not knocking them, but this is a very direct, very distilled amount of information that will directly lead to increased personal power, increased personal freedom, increased personal peace. I mean, those are the things that I crave the most. And they're basically the things that every single person that I have worked with in the last 21 years craves the most. And it's the most elusive. And that's what we're here to give people.
Okay, that's great. And you answered another question I was going to ask you, which is the one-on-one time. So it will include some time for people not only to have the group coaching, but to have a little bit of one-on-one time with you specifically about their goals. Is that correct?
Yes. So what we're going to do, and this is going to be a big bonus that we just threw in actually, is going to be one-on-one sessions. So you're going to get time with me, as a coach and as a teacher during our times together. And I'm never just going to cut us off. I'm really not going to say, okay, well, this is the only time we can do this. In fact, we've added more sessions as well. And then we've actually added somewhere around the middle of our time together. You guys get to choose the one-on-one time that you'd like to have with me. And normally, by the way, this costs an enormously larger investment, but because again, we're really looking to serve as we're getting this moving, we're getting this movement moving. This is, it's a really big portion of the bonus that we've added.
That's great. Can you tell people a little bit more just what about a coach is in general?
Yeah. I did a whole video on this. Yeah, absolutely. Because there are all kinds of different coaches, right? So as a physician, I saw my role as someone who got people from sick to a neutral place. That's really the only place I could get them to. I wasn't given the tools to get people from neutral to thriving. And as a coach, that's really where that comes in. So it doesn't mean you have to be in a neutral place. By the way, you can still be in a suffering place and you can still get to thriving. But coaching is not therapy in that we don't really focus that much on the past. We really are very future oriented. This is an action oriented setting, and it is based on what's meaningful for that person. And so it's really different from both of those doctoring and therapy for that reason. It's really future and action oriented.
Okay.
With accountability, of course, which is why
Right.
we
I
have
feel
more
like
than just one time that we meet, because the next time that we meet, we're going to be accountable for all of our action steps.
Well, that's another thing I hear. Some people who have, especially, there's two different options. You can do the live option, which is the sessions are live, and the other times during the week where we do the practice, the meditation, that's live, or the on-demand option, which the Friday classes, you just watch the videos, but you do have access to the live practice. But especially the people that are choosing that on-demand, they're like, do I have, I need accountability. I'm the type of person, or how are you going to make sure I'm doing everything? So I feel like the role as a coach is something that's really that comes in
Yeah,
handy.
and by the way, that the
zero.
people that have signed on to the on-demand, by the time they're done with this, they will need no more accountability, because they're gonna learn that every bit of accountability already exists within themselves. And so we're gonna be able to help them discover that as well. And so for the time that they're in the program with us, you and I, Courtney, are gonna act as their accountability concierges. So we are gonna be checking after them. We have a group already set up, and we're gonna be gently nudging them if for some reason they haven't done their homework or turned in some bit of the homework, or kind of given us their action plans. We're going to be checking on that in a gentle, nudgy way. We're not going to come to your house. I mean, I might if you're around the corner, like a couple of them are, but I mean, I don't think we're going to come to your house, but we will be checking in on you.
That's great. The last question that we've gotten a lot of is, and you touched on this a little bit earlier, but maybe we can go a little deeper, which is, I listen to podcasts or I have the Calm app, so I'm already meditating and I'm fine. So what would you say to those people?
I think that's great. If you already feel like you're in a good place, you probably don't need this program. We're really looking for somebody. And by the way, I love the Calm app. I love Headspace. I love 10% Happy. I love all of those apps. And so, if somebody feels like they are really getting everything they need to out of an app or a podcast, then this isn't really something that you should be considering. This is really for that person that's saying, okay, I know that each time I've worked with someone or been in a group, and that's been the case for me over the years, by the way, like if I were to look back and say, all of my spurts of growth have come from a program like this, not a program that I bought that I worked through myself. Those were fine. Not, a podcast that I listened to or a book that I read. Those were fine. They got me from point A to point B in a slow manner. But if you're looking to kind of almost compress time, if you're looking like, hey, I want to feel this way and I don't want to wait for 5 years, spend 8 weeks with us, see what happens. See if you can accelerate that growth. But if you feel like you are fine, this is not really something that I would say would work for you.
And if people are on the fence as to where they are, they should just reach out to you. I know this will be posted.
I'll tell you the number one reason that people are a lot of times hesitant to do a program like this, not because of my qualifications, not because of my teaching. It's really based on what's happening for them in their lives. And the truth is, almost everybody is too busy to do a program like this. Like, this is how I get it, because I was too busy for years and years and years and years until I just decided to make it a priority. And so that's going to be the biggest decision. That's going to be the biggest barrier and obstacle for almost everyone here, is to recognize that there may be some limiting beliefs about where time might come from, how busy you might be. Is there a 15-minute span in your day that you could actually spend on working on yourself? Are you willing to look inward? Are you willing to look for some self-discovery? I mean, those are all some obstacles that I see coming up for people over and over again.
That's great. So I think this is going to be very helpful. I love these FAQ sessions. We might have to do some more as the program goes on. But for right now, if people are still interested in joining for the May 21st start, go to your website, sign up.
Yeah, I would tell you to do it right now because, I've heard a couple of people say, oh, I'll just wait till next go around. Well, guess what? I don't know when the next go around is because I'm really busy right now with one-on-one coaching. Courtney, you're very busy. And right now, because this is sort of our, first group together, we've got an amazing investment price right now, but this is going to be the only time it's going to be at this price. And that's for sure. Because my one-on-one coaching is, at least 5 times that amount right now, and you're still getting one-on-one time with me. And so, that fallacy of there'll be more time later, it doesn't exist. So if you're ready, no, you're either ready or you're not, right? So if you are ready to take action, right now is literally the only time. You can't wait for 2 months from now to see if I put this program on again, because I don't know that I will. And if I do, your starting price is probably going to be $1,500, if not more. So right now is the only time, is what I would tell you.
I think that's great advice. That is great advice. And I would say, as someone who is very excited to bring Rashmi's work to more people, she should come on board now. Because I think community is a very important part of this work. And we have a great group so far, so don't miss out. Thank you, Rashmi, for doing this. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And any other questions, just go to the website, which is listed here, and or just reach out. Thank you.
Bye, guys.